Welcome to Dark Past Dreams. Tonight, let us gently drift back to a time long before our own, to the sunlit coasts and olive groves of ancient Greece. The warm breeze carries the scent of citrus and sea salt. Birds sing lazily in the trees. The air is thick with quiet, a silence only found in ancient places where time slows down. But unlike the stories of battles and glory you've heard before, this is not a tale of war or conquest. Tonight, we explore what life was really like for ordinary people, peacefully, slowly, and softly, until you fall asleep. Let the rustle of linen curtains, the gentle clatter of amphorae, and the hush of faraway footsteps guide you. And if you listen closely, perhaps you'll sense something deeper in the air. Not danger, but the weight of forgotten lives. The shadows of choices made long ago. The feeling that something is always left unsaid beneath the calm. So, find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Let's begin. Morning in the polis. The sun rises over Athens. You are not a general, not a philosopher. You are an ordinary citizen, a potter, a mother, a farmer. The city wakes slowly. Bread is baked. Sandals scrape against stone streets. Children begin their chores. You fetch water from the crean, feeling the coolness soak into your skin. You return home with the weight of the water in clay jars, a morning ritual passed down through generations. In your courtyard, you check on your garden. Olives ripen slowly. Fig trees stretch their limbs toward the light. Bees buzz lazily around purple flowers. You kneel to pull weeds, noticing how the earth is warm beneath your hands. Your neighbor passes by. She brings honey. You offer her fresh herbs. You speak of dreams from the night before, small aches in the knees, and to preparations for the festival. A child nearby sings a song you knew as a child, and for a moment, time loops back on itself. A broom sweeps slowly across stone. The kitchen smells of barley flour and sun-dried tomatoes. You knead dough with practiced care, hands working to a rhythm older than memory. There is no rush. The sun has only just risen. Life unfolds at its own pace. You sit for a moment in the shade. You sip cool water. You let your thoughts wander. Not far, just enough to remember who you are, and where you are, and how today is another quiet gift. The agora is alive, but never hurried. You walk the dusty path into its heart. Columns line your view, and the smell of olives, roasted nuts, and wool fills the air. Vendors call out, but not loudly. A boy chases a chicken through the stalls. A young woman sells jugs of wine with a shy smile. The potter you know from childhood spins clay into shapes that will outlive both of you. You browse a linen dyed in natural hues, indigo, ochre, pomegranate. You pause to watch a painter illustrate a myth on a vase, one careful line at a time. She doesn't speak, and neither do you. The work says enough. A philosopher speaks under a tree. A small crowd gathers. His voice is calm, his words thoughtful. A child interrupts with a question. He smiles. The conversation changes. You buy honey, figs, and bread. A musician plays the lyre. The notes catch on the breeze and follow you. At the edge of the market, you find shade and sit. An old friend joins you. You speak of nothing and everything. The sun passes overhead. The agora does not rush you. You belong to this place, and it belongs to you. You return home. Your feet are dusty, but your hands are full. Lunch is prepared slowly. lentils with garlic, herbs, and lemon. Flatbread warmed on a stone. Your family gathers. No words are needed at first. Just food, just presence. Later, conversation flows. Someone remembers a goat escaping last spring. Everyone laughs. The kitchen is warm. You clean dishes together. Water is poured from a jug into a basin. Steam rises. Cloth is hung to dry on a line that stretches across the courtyard. A child asks for a story. You tell the tale of the sea nymph who fell in love with a fisherman. Her voice was the ocean, and she sang to him until he forgot he was alone. You mend clothes. You comb hair. You sort olives for curing. You listen as your partner hums while carving a wooden toy. There is nothing dramatic, only life, only family. You sit beneath the pomegranate tree and watch the sunlight flicker through the leaves. The fire crackles nearby. The air smells of time. This is home. In the afternoon, you walk beyond the city walls. The world opens. Hills roll gently. Goats graze. The sky feels vast. You pass a stone shrine with offerings left by someone earlier. Olive branches, a smooth pebble, a piece of honeycomb. You stop at a small stream. The water flows slowly over stones. You take off your sandals and place your feet in the cool current. Dragonflies skim the surface. A heron stands still in the distance. You think of your place in this life, not as something to solve, but something to be. You draw circles in the sand, watch them fade. You lie back in tall grass. The world becomes quiet. You can hear the cicadas, the wind, your own breath. And then, you don't think at all. You just are. You return home as the sun begins to fall. The sky turns rose, then gold. Torches are lit one by one. Dinner is shared again. A stew made with chickpeas and carrots. Flatbread torn and dipped. Wine poured from a clay vessel. Stories are told. Someone recites a poem. A neighbor brings over roasted chestnuts. Children play dice by the wall. A lyre plays softly. Someone sings a tune from their childhood. Everyone hums along. You prepare for sleep. Your mat is unrolled. A blanket shaken free of dust. The oil lamp is lit, then dimmed. You lie down. You stretch. You breathe. The day has ended. The stars are bright. The moon has risen. The city sleeps, but the world remains alive. You step into the courtyard. The air is cool. The stone beneath your feet still holds warmth from the sun. You light a small lamp and place it by your bed. The flame flickers gently. Shadows dance on the wall. A breeze carries the scent of the sea. Somewhere, an owl calls. A dog barks once, then is quiet. You close your eyes. You're not leaving the world. You're returning to it, through dreams. Time slows. Breath deepens. Peace settles like dust. And you sleep. Tonight, you visit the bathhouse. The path is lit with torches. The walls echo with slow footsteps. Inside, steam rises in silver plumes. The walls are painted with dolphins, waves, and sacred groves. You undress. You lower yourself into the warm water. It wraps around you like a second skin. You wash with olive oil. You scrape it off with a curved strigil. The day leaves you in sweat, in dirt, in silence. Another bather hums softly. It sounds like something ancient, maybe a lullaby, maybe a hymn. You close your eyes. The heat soothes your muscles. The waiter holds you. When you rise, you are lighter. Even in sleep, the city dreams. You see torches flicker, masks of gods and beasts, dancing feet. The squares filled with laughter, flutes play, wine spills, bread is passed from hand to hand. Children wear flower crowns. Elders wear robes of ceremonial red. A priestess raises her hands to the stars. You do not speak. You only move among them. You dance. You forget. You remember. The night is golden. The music is warm. And even as your eyes close again, the festival continues. A voice begins to speak. It is the voice of your grandfather, or a stranger, or time itself. He tells a tale of gods who wept, of lovers who wandered, of stars that remember. Athena's owl watches from the shadows. Poseidon churns the sea. Hermes carries a soul across a river. You don't question, you listen. The words become images. The images become dreams. The myths do not explain the world. They embrace it, and you are within them. You walk to a stone porch lit by the moon. A man sits there. He asks, "What is the good life? What is truth?" You sit beside him. You do not answer. You do not need to. The stars listen. The breeze listens. The philosopher speaks softly. His words are not riddles. They are rest. You feel your mind loosen, like a knot untied, like a boat drifting free, and you rest, not in knowing, but in wonder. Eternal Greece. The land holds you, its roots beneath your dreams. The sea moves in the distance. The stones keep secrets. The olive trees whisper your name. Your body is still, but your spirit walks through memory. You are not escaping, you're returning. To Greece, to time, to quiet. And even as you sleep, the land watches. Always. Good night, traveler. Sleep well.